It's April 2026, and the question everyone's asking is coding officially dead? With AI now writing entire code bases and replacing traditional junior roles, you might think the ship has sailed. But here's the truth. Learning to program has never been more valuable, not because you'll be writing every line of code, but because you need to be the one who understands how to orchestrate the AI. Let's use a well-known ranking website that has been tracking programming languages for years. Numbers may not be accurate, especially in the AI era, but the general picture of the programming language landscape is fairly accurate. We start with the legendary C language. It's still close to the top, but the best days it had were in the 1980s. It's a high-level, general-purpose procedural language. Almost all computer systems and architectures have a C compiler. It's efficient, portable, and allows direct hardware and memory manipulation. This efficiency comes at a cost. For example, memory management needs to be handled manually, which often leads to memory leaks and other issues. C language was widely used in the programming of operating systems like Unix and later in Linux and Windows. Many programming languages were written in C, as well as database engines, game engines, and critical systems. It's also very popular in embedded systems like microwaves or industrial machines. In general, it's popular in areas where high performance is the key. It's not that hard to learn. The syntax is not complicated and you don't need to learn objective programming, because it's procedural. However, you often spend time on tasks that other high-level languages handle for you, like memory management. I recommend learning C only if you have a specific use case, such as wanting to write a custom device controller or work for NASA. It's definitely not the best choice for beginners. C++. Next language I'd like to cover is C++, the successor of the C language, very popular in the 1990s. The ++ in language name indicates that it is an enhanced C language, but there are more differences than similarities. It's an object-oriented programming language with many improvements like exception handling. Still, it remains efficient and is well suited for manipulating memory and hardware at a low level. Many applications and games were written in C++. It's still very popular, and you can find many career opportunities in companies that develop serious, enterprise-level applications. I would not recommend it for beginners, because it's one of the most difficult languages to learn and master. Java. Java is an object-oriented, platform-independent programming language. It means that you can write a Java program on one platform and run it on another without modifying the code. It is because Java programs run on a virtual machine, not directly on a computer processor. It also takes care of memory management. You create objects in memory and they are removed by a garbage collector when no longer used. Java is widely used in web applications and enterprise software. It's also used in Google Android apps along with Kotlin, which is similar and compatible with Java. The syntax, modularity, coding conventions, and the moderate learning curve make programming in Java a pleasant experience. I would recommend Java as an alternative to Python for starting programming. One important point to mention: in 2010, Oracle acquired Sun Microsystems and took ownership of Java. They then introduced fees for its commercial use. Fortunately, free alternatives like OpenJDK exist. However, this example shows a risk of learning languages owned by big greedy companies. C#. Next language is C#. It's very similar to Java and was created by Microsoft as a response to a growing popularity of Java. Language is used in web development, game development, for example, in the popular Unity engine, and for working with the Microsoft.NET platform. It's easy to learn and comes with a set of tools like a powerful Visual Studio and a support from Microsoft. But in general, I'd recommend it only for programmers who want to develop solutions in the Microsoft Windows ecosystem. Python. People use Python in many areas, such as web development. Many famous websites have been built with Python, including Netflix, Spotify, and YouTube. Python is also widely used in data science and artificial intelligence. It's easy to learn, which is why many scientists and non-IT professionals find it very useful. They can focus on solving problems instead of spending hours mastering complex syntax and language rules. The name Python probably comes from the popular Monty Python's Flying Circus series. Additionally, the use of code indentation gives it a snake-like appearance. I highly recommend choosing Python as a first programming language. It's object-oriented, general-purpose, easy to learn with a large community, many resources and great career opportunities. I will also risk saying that Python may be the only language worth learning today, unless you have a specific project or career path requiring specialized programming language. Next language is JavaScript. It's not that hard to learn, and it's mainly used in web development. Long story short, it was created as a simple scripting language to handle dynamic elements on web pages, like validating form fields. The prefix Java is a bit misleading because it's very different from the Java language. JavaScript became popular when simple web pages turned into web applications, which are programs developed to run inside a web browser. A new career path emerged, front-end developer, and it became very popular. With JavaScript, you can also code on the server side using the Node.js runtime environment. I would recommend it as an alternative to Python and Java for learning as a first programming language, keeping in mind that it's not a fully object-oriented language and has many issues related to its legacy, as it was not designed for building complex applications. SQL, Structured Query Language, is a special language designed to work with databases. It uses human-like syntax to perform tasks such as querying data, updating records, and managing database structures. It's easy to learn and programmers often learn it as a supplementary language, because many backend or server applications use databases as a data source. It's also a useful language for data scientists, data engineers, and DevOps engineers. A short description of few more languages. PHP. I think it could be higher on this list, because it's a very popular scripting language for a web server-side development. Many websites have been using PHP, for example Facebook. It's still widely used and offers many career opportunities. Assembly. Assembly language is a low-level programming language that uses human-readable instructions to represent machine instructions. Each processor architecture has its own set of instructions, so you need to learn the assembly language specific to a given processor. It's not widely used, because writing programs in a low-level language is a time-consuming and challenging process, but it offers educational benefits. It teaches how computer hardware works. Visual Basic and Delphi are successors to the older Basic and Pascal languages, which were mainly educational languages. I'm not sure why they are ranked so high on this list, but one popular use case is a special version called Visual Basic for applications, which can automate tasks or build functionalities inside Excel, Word, or Outlook. Fortran is an old language specializing in scientific and engineering applications. MATLAB is more like a platform than a language, also used in science and engineering. Scratch is primarily used for teaching programming and introducing coding concepts to beginners. It's really basic and limited, so I would recommend it only to children, just as an introduction to programming. Rust is an attempt to create successor to the C++ language. It's designed to create high-performance applications, operating systems, and software for embedded systems. Alright, I think we've covered the most popular languages. I hope you'll find it useful. See you next time.